Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments here on August 21st. Let's jump right into our charts and see what happened in the markets today. First up, we got our October live cattle on the board. We did see this market continue to hang out up here near these all-time highs. We saw good strength across the board, good supportive action, and continued strong demand here by the bulls across both feeder and fat markets today. The front month fat contracts continue to be the laggard here. Not making new all-time highs today, but showing good support inside that prior day's range and just hanging out up here just right off those all-time highs, and continue to see good buying activity throughout the day. Price pulling back here during the first about hour or so of the day, finding good support at the middle of the prior day's range, also bouncing right here just off of these prior all-time highs over there at 232.75, low of the day coming in at 232.90 today. Good supportive action inside that prior day's range, keeping that low time frame trend intact, as well as keeping this bull, this big picture uptrend rolling higher. October and December fats here, not putting in new all-time highs today, but just hanging out right near them. We continue to see the strength coming in those 2026 contract months. We did see some new all-time highs printed today in these early 2026 and into the summer 2026 contract months. No major upside here, but definitely seeing the bulls continue to push up into those all-time highs. Like I said before, continuing to see strong demand here up at these record prices. Look for this cattle market to continue rolling higher. Feeders now, this September feeder contract also seeing support in the middle of the prior day's range, pulling back early today before rallying up into the close, putting in a new high today at 359. Feeders continue to lead this cattle market. We continue to see good strength here throughout these fall 2025 months and even into those early 2026 contract months as well. Good supportive action here by the bulls, continuing to push this market higher. Look for this momentum to carry into tomorrow's action, and the bulls want to see a nice strong close here, pushing up into the 360s. So look for the upside to continue in this cattle market as we head into the weekend. December corn futures having a pretty nice rally here today. To start the week, we had about a three-day balance period here where we were hanging out in between this 401 and 406 area, just kind of stalling and going sideways here, as we did see a little bit of resistance beneath this 20-day moving average. Bulls continue to get this relief rally underway here that we started last week, coming off those new contract lows. Bulls pushing this market up into this 410 to 415 supply zone. Look for resistance to start stepping in here, as we do have this declining 50-day moving average coming down on top of price as well. Look for price to balance out in this area, maybe poke up here and test this 50-day moving average. Still got plenty of resistance overhead. This is just a relief rally coming off of some pretty oversold conditions and new contract lows. Be looking for the bears to slow this market down, provide some resistance up here in this 410 to 417 area. And once we see this market kind of balance out and start to roll over, we should see the bears continue to push this market back down towards new contract lows and to those sub $4 levels. Crude oil prices pulling back a little bit here today as well, getting a slight relief rally here as well. We have seen a pretty nice downside here coming off of that last test of the $70 mark, pushing down about $8 or $9 along the way over the last couple weeks. Yesterday and today's action, we're seeing this market slowly buying up. No major upside here, just picking up about $1.50, $2 along the way here off of this current week's low. This market still has the bears in control here, and we expect to see these oil prices continue drifting lower. At the moment, we might just need to come up here and test this 20-day moving average and some of these resistance levels from below. This market needs to see some resistance hold here between the $64 and $65 mark. Anything below this 50-day moving average, we expect to see the bears remain in control and keep this slow drift lower going in this oil market. Look for resistance to step in here in the mid-60s, and the bears continue selling this market lower. Equity markets balancing out with an inside day here today on the S&P, NASDAQ as well, and the Dow hanging out there, briefly undercutting those prior day's lows, but having a nice recovery after bouncing off that 20-day moving average. The S&P here just hanging out right around this 20-day moving average inside that prior day's range, balancing out all day. No major downside, price just kind of chopping back and forth all day long. Good supportive action. We're starting to see some of these growth names and underlying names in this index start to pick up some traction here, find some support. Look for this market to rally into the close tomorrow. This market, if we get some bids above the 20-day moving average and today's high up there at 64.19, we should get this next leg higher rolling. We would like to see a little bit deeper pullback down here to this 50-day moving average for a little more deeper value buys. However, the Nasdaq had pulled back a little bit more, and that has been the leader of the group here, while the Dow continues to hang out above the 20-day moving average. So a little bit of mixed signals here between the Nasdaq and the Dow, as we have had more weakness in that tech sector, while these Dow stocks continue to hold, keeping this S&P hanging out right here around the 20-day moving average. Nonetheless, good supportive action here in the equity markets. This market remains very favorable to stocks. Healthy, strong environment continues. We do expect to see this dip be bought up. We might just need to balance out here a little bit longer. But if we do start to see some bids coming in above this 20-day moving average and these prior day highs on these indexes, look for the bulls to start marching this thing back towards all-time highs. That's all we got for this evening. Everyone have a good night. We will see you this weekend for Week 34's commentary. Have a good evening.